Welcome to this tutorial on developing a scheduled flow to reload personnel master data from SAP using the Turbo Forms app. Prerequisites. Before we begin, make sure you have completed the following: Personnel Master Data Design. The design of your Personnel Master Data form should be finalized. SAP System Access. You need access to your SAP system, including SAP ECC or later system. This tutorial uses ECC 6, but the concepts apply to similar systems. SAP GUI Login Access. Identifying the required data and verifying notification creation is necessary. SAP User ID and Password, with access to the BAPI Explorer and the ability to execute BAPI. Let's get started. We'll create a scheduled flow every Monday to reload personnel data from SAP. This flow will use the BAPI_employee_getList function to fetch the list of personnel. Understanding the flow. Before we develop the flow, we need to accomplish two steps. First, we need to determine the functions in SAP that we need to use, and second, we need to determine the order of the steps. We will also use a filter condition to restrict the number of rows we read. Now let us draw a flow chart of the different steps we need to perform to create the notification. Developing the flow. In the Forms list, click on the flow icon in the Personnel row. Now click on the Create button and choose the Scheduled Flow option. Title: Enter Reload Personnel. Description: Enter description as reloads personnel data from SAP Weekly or similar. Choose Type as Week, and then select only Monday as the option. Click on Save to create the flow. You will now be navigated to the Flow Builder. The Add Node dialog should already be open in the Flow Builder. If not, click on the Scheduled Flow node, and then click on the plus icon displayed below it. Please search for the SAP node by typing in SAP and clicking on it. The SAP node is now opened, and you can configure it. Change the title to Red Personnel, and remember to connect the Scheduled Flow Node Success connector to this node, else the Expression Builder will not display all the possible fields and nodes. Since we want to work with an SAP system, we must create it first. Click the icon next to the SAP Server dropdown to add a new system. The Add System dialog is displayed. Enter the following data: description, SAP ECC, or anything else you desire. Identifier. This is a unique identifier for the system type. Based on your setup, choose a custom or group server. We will be selecting a custom application server. Server. Enter the host name or IP address. System name. Enter the three-letter SAP system name. System number. Enter the system number, typically 00. Client. Enter the client to log in to, typically 100. Login language. Enter the login language, typically EN. BAPI user and password. Enter the username and password with access to the BAPI Explorer so we can browse for functions, structures, etc. Enter the username and password to execute the SAP functions, which can be same as the above system. Save the system. Choose the newly added system in the server dropdown. Set the RFC operation to execute. In the function, you can type in the expression shown or click on the spanner icon to open the BAPI browser. Enter search criteria and select the function from the list. Leave mapping as the default. Click on the spanner icon in the function parameters box and open the SAP table structure mapper. From the RFC input, select LST_name_circ, as we will be searching for last name. From RFC output, select employee_list and click on Save. Now, in the list shown, click on LST_name_circ. In the dropdown, select Custom, enter Atoms, and Save. Visually, a colored button indicates that mapping is complete. Click on Save. Before we can proceed, we need to know the data output format. Connect the Red Personnel node to Success, save, and publish it. Run the flow, correcting any errors if required. From the Trace dialog, copy the output of the Read Personnel node, which is displayed in JSON format. We will use this subsequently. This trick of running intermediate flows ensures we test the development until then, and more importantly, get access to intermediate results for further processing. Now select the Read Personnel node, click on plus, and select JSON Parser to add the JSON Parser node. The JSON parser node is now opened, and you can configure it. Change the title to Prepare Personnel Data, and remember to connect the Read Personnel Node Success Connector to this node. Since we want to work with the previous step results, click on the Previous Step section. For Map field name, select Read Personnel Result. Under Expression, click on the spanner icon to open the Expression Builder. Now, paste the data we copied from the flow above. This will be similar to the data shown. We must extract the personnel number, name, phone, designation, and organization fields, and format the data according to the Update Rows node's expectations. Copy and paste the expression shown into the Mapping Expression window on the right. The extracted data is now displayed at the bottom. Confirm that what is shown is correct. Now, click on Save and close the builder. Click on the Save icon and save the node. Select the Prepare Personnel Data node, click Plus, search for Master Data, and select the Update Rows node. Change the title to Save Personnel, and remember to connect the Prepare Personnel Data Node Success Connector to this node. The Master Data name should be pre-selected to Personnel. Under Master Data to save, click the spanner icon to open the Expression Builder. Choose Result under Prepare Personnel Data on the list. Now, click on Save and close the builder. Click on the Save icon and save the node. Now click on the Publish button to save and compile the flow. If the compilation is successful, it will also be published, and we can run it to test. Testing the flow. We are ready to test the flow now that we have published it. The Flow Builder has an integrated run and debug tool to help us troubleshoot the flow in case of errors. Now, click on the Run Flow button. The Run dialog is now displayed. Run the flow by clicking on the Run button. The flow should run successfully. If there are errors, they could be due to mistakes in entering test data, configuring the system, copying/pasting the expression, or similar. Check each step carefully with the documentation. Now, return to the Forms list. On the row displaying personnel, click on the data icon. The data imported from SAP should now be displayed. The Turbo Apps app will run the flow on the schedule and reload master data every Monday. And there you have it. You've successfully developed a scheduled flow to reload personnel master data from SAP into your Turbo Forms app. By leveraging the power of the Turbo Forms app and its integration with SAP, you can streamline your data management processes and improve efficiency across your organization. Thanks for watching.